So what share reaction about from some of the party communicators, ne grassroots for ni social media, no? You get the feeling, say, for most of them, no, sisi akra de yabrel, de bia na unkwa, na the obeye bia ye. You get that feeling from the reaction, no?
Obi, I'll be dishonest to say I don't get that feeling. Because I mean social media they be a meteor.
Yes.
Except to say yes, party for them
okay.
You will still need the candidate Agyapong and his side. What I say? What about also the silent people? We have a party as Sebio we have the track record to say, of course, I mean in the name of discipline. Former general secretary. I mean, we saw how he was handled. Former chairman. And but other people also maybe they have been handled their dispute resolution and reconciliation better. But at the end of the day, what is the consequential effect on the party? The yes party people or traditional party people who are so much conservative about protecting the image of their party who show concerns. But what about also the ordinary Ghanaians? So let's even assume without admitting Kennedy was even wrong. Just an assumption. You will still need him. You will still need Ninkofo. You will still need people that look up to him. Instead of say, we are justifying who was right or who is not right. Why don't we sit down, say sorry to each other? Let's forgive ourselves and move on. So we the Canadian deal.
Yeah.
The concern is no reason. If we had listened to him yesterday, or say, may I any chamber Juma, may I any Abronya campaign, may I any Coca campaign, may I any Address campaign. Don't you think this is a man who is making an honest admission that this is what worries me? So let's address it.
Yeah, but he also said, but also can
address them.
Yeah, Kwasi, also can you fanko for the Sanko for no be Danny on a campaign. Why should it just be one-sided?
Obi, and you're one-sided a cry. Is that not the reason why I'm saying say this offers a movement for reconciliation?
Okay.
And once again, provoking all dispute mechanisms and addressing them. Dispute mechanism is not one-sided. Reconciliation is not one-sided. Openi can ask them we there's openi once a media ebia no we are dream by kwan afa so can ni esu se kefality in 10,000 yenga. We so say bia say me aka no dem make bepi. Obi, ebia can rule baby ayede. And if other person also have concerns Ken is not a thing. I mean, I'm one of the people Oka, Dr. Baumia, said Dr. Baumia, Liam. Me, and my friend, I'm saying, I said no crowd or no, the information and the report I had, no crowd, say, Baumia, a town to What I say is one of his team members who misrepresented the facts. I even drew his attention. What I say, he obviously, he's also a human being. He may have his strengths and he also may have his weakness, just like any other person. But that is the whole essence of party building, party rebuilding, party reconciliation. We are not saying he's the only person that has been hurt.
Sure.
But we are saying, in a party like this, when concerns are raised, we shouldn't be so dismissive about it. The party is run by human beings. The party is not run by robots. The party is not run by program computers. They are so mechanical. Even program computers make mistakes. AI sometimes can make mistakes depending on how you prompt in. And he said, party me, a member to me hurt a party now. The party which is also run by human beings and not angels can also hurt a member. But would we be on radio and arguing back and forth? No. Please, let's get a truce. Yeah, do I who in yet? I find no chance of what you should be fanko. I share the moon at the snap of Bulina. But before say, I assume you know who are a bread. If I can enter them. Yenye bibia man enye djuma na fe nyida yenka ehumum ochena miracles mo koye djuma omo de nam ha na Kwasi party na wo so de nam ha na yefe because and now we share global info analytics you the buy who so yamba shi wo or see if you are to replay 2024 MPP will be doing 34%. Anna NDC with Mahama will be doing 63%. Let's assume Mahama will not even be going. And the emphasis 10% and crying higher deal because they will be bringing a new candidate. Also be doing under 50%.
Yes.
So why do we think, at a moment like this, we cannot forgive each other, where irrespective of who is right or who is wrong, and come together and stop being mechanical and they permanent free party and embrace it. Who does it benefit?
I get you a bit, but I mean, knowing Honorable Ken, no, like you do you think, sir, and from how he spoke yesterday, you know, are you amenable to any form of reconciliation?
What was it? Omuka Omaje Pano. What said ya? Omuka we are free who? And I win him. Ken and Samuel Kain, you know, but I mean, come assemble. This is my personal view.
Okay.
Say, and yet contest in Yako. And I bet Ken, I said, with the usual Ken, this wouldn't have been an issue. It's just right after the contest.
Yeah.
And everybody could read any meaning into this. And also, who said then he also have to also make his claims very clear. Oh, guys, I mean, Afari Assembly was just an opportunity to say that MPP, Ghanaians hold us to a higher standard. And when we have an opportunity to finish a project, we should have finished. Other than that, when we question the NDC or criticize them, Ghanaians will refer us to a cry about. Kennedy ordinarily has always been criticizing both MPP and NDC. But the reason why that became an issue was because we have just moved from a very tense election. And that should presuppose that we should admit that all is not well. And if all is not well, what do? We need to provoke the reconciliation battles.
But there is such a thing called anti-party conduct. I mean, even a simple dipstick surveyor, a lot of my party members would have issues with the party, would have issues. In fact, Nansaya mo polling station elections, krano, yatete nsem from a lot of polling stations. Baby omantimi antwaba, baby a confusion see party for ne wo nsem eka. But do you think they should all adopt the Honorable Ken approach? Then you guys will have no party, no? And that's why Bianco Fobi said he's holding the party to ransom too much. And I've read a petition, one of the young guys in the party, Atro, said party no in taking it through the disciplinary process. You think, say, all of that and necessary for now?
We are lawyer ni.
Yes.
They are trying a law who pay litigation.
That's true.
Say assembly dina court mu bia tremanso.
Absolutely.
Even in litigation, you are trying say if it be dispute resolution.
Yes.
Settlement
Yes.
Arbitration
Yes.
We are sure say in the wisdom of the framers of the law, no. Omo who say no answer. Answer there are some court. I mean, if you want to be mechanical about everything there, I don't think it will benefit anyone. That's why I said that this is an opportunity for engagement and not an opportunity for condemnation and being mechanical under the umbrella of the law.
Okay.
Well, being mechanical there, in this place, I said that. Well, who provoked those battles? What I say, who provoked those battles? So why is it that you say that those battles has become necessary to provoke? Oh yes, sir. What you are saying is that, you see, let me put it this way. When somebody loses an election, maybe, just maybe, the person will be at liberty to become better or paint, depending on any description you want to give the person. Fair deal. Because you lose election, be any also than the edge. But who win election, you have a greater responsibility to ensure, say, even the wire or supposed better and pain, you still bring the person along. Yes, you can be able to take Agyapong through party disciplinary process. What is the West? The West is saying this fellow from the party. Are we ready for the consequence of that? Obi, free money so yes, party I'm for one individual. Oh, no individual is bigger than the party. Yes, it is true. No individual is bigger than the party. But an individual's inclusion or exclusion can also affect our fortunes, especially timing. Looking at the timing. Not 2020 is a new candidate defend this year, but also back to open 8 years and
in fact, I mean, Omua make his argument like I said before 2016 elections, mo national chairman, mo general secretary, first vice chair, still I'm winning elections, and Honorable Ken can go and you can still win. Argument, I don't know.
Obi, it is not a reconciliation argument, and I mean, for lack of better words, if you ask me, it is not a wise conversation or argument. I don't think that makes us seizing the facts it presents and the dynamics that it presents. We are at a crossroad where we need numbers. Opamo Agyapong, chairman. At that time, what was the mood of the nation? The mood of the nation before Pamo Agyapong, the mood was telling, say, you need a minor or Opamo Afoko, what was the mood of the nation then? Can you say the same mood today? Can you say the same mood today? When you compare all the dynamics or no indicators, can you say all the mood today? The mood today requires that the MPP needs to be united as one accord and as stronger as never before, as compared to them. At that time, the season then was to demonstrate that we are a party that we are very disciplined. This time around, there's no really about discipline. The dynamics is more on unity than discipline. And when you are focusing on a united dynamic, the conversation should also be a bit softened. For me, if you ask me, those are my comments on it.
Yeah, this should rather call for sober reflection, and maybe the party should look inward and see how best our reconciliation efforts now, because people are not happy about Nyome Koso in times past. You have to heal, and where should be that point of reference for you to heal? Oje Tumusa.
Kwasi. In fact, many Kwasi fi join you and I'm saying,
okay.
Now to say I'm disappointed is an understatement.
Oh, why should you be disappointed?
I'm not going to comment on the audio
okay.
And then some
FM.
I won't comment on it. Question again is spokesperson. The typical no cast on question about church.
Mhm.
And to question church more fine. The concern they say and seminar on a book in Agyapong kind. And yeah, hope na get to say question the fact. And for him to spend all this time ostensibly trying to justify the commentary is unfortunate. Because the MPP I don't know. But maybe it's only question and Honorable Ken that are in that mood. I don't think the party for no are in the mood now. Because Obi, you are aware that in the past few months, the party and its members have been very busy reorganizing from the base.
Mm-hmm.
Last week, yeah, in a party for the break line, a Kotwaba, electoral coordinators, yeah, police station, electoral coordinators, a lot of party people, campaign teams, made up of police station executives, they are moving around within their constituencies, campaigning to be elected as constituency officers. They have been busy. Party for them have been busy. Every MPP member are running elections. I've joined the party for all these years. I'll tell you, say, MPP is not known to be like this. And see, wow, poster, we have to begin to have conversations around you and not say party food. Political party. I read political science at Legon, and the fundamental principle in political party formation is that one or two people agree on one or two issues based on which they will come together to form a party. They didn't say they will agree on every issue. In a political party, the expectation is not say be agree on assembly to assemble and that is what we rally around. And once we rally around agreement, every other issue that comes in the way of that particular thing we agree to is secondary, tertiary. We push it aside and focus on what we agree to. It is a question and a party for and a way. It's not true. It cannot be correct. What is on the ground is that the party, your police station elections, and Brewa and Kokra, Mantier are aligned 1 hour, 2 hours ahead of the elections committee arriving at the police station to participate in the process. You cannot call this to be a party for no. And this commentary has been running for months. In fact, you run this commentary throughout the primaries. Yeah. The party has moved on. The party understands that we still would have disagreement on other issues. It has been like that since formation of the MPP. However, we agree on one. That is, the MPP is a superior political party, a better alternative for the people of this country than the NDC. And so we must win power in 2028. Once a agree on a one, if after close to 6 months, at two baby, now say member ba consign a kasa a kwaya yura can Agyapong faso kasena. Me, I don't want to comment on it. Kwesi na kasa man to kwesi na cheche. But I don't expect kwesi say obeba be cheche mo akwaya faso cheche. Omen draw party for ni na anko win. Obi, there's no banter on this matter. Party for NPP for are not bantering. Nipa ba kope MPP ni ba kope ena wako ka asem on radio so. It's Kwasi shouldn't create an impression say MPP for banter kontokwa. What to say obi eyi the honorable Agyapong kanano. David. So I would expect to say Nkatama Kwesika and a reconciliation and we should do this. Who is he really addressing? Because Obianka hey party for Obianko here. Into Kwesika sana why no addressing? Party penny ba ko na abeka asem wa ye nyina ejitum asem no. It brings the name of the party into disrepute. Threatening the party, basically blackmailing the party. That is what I thought say he would come and address. Then come here, expect Sanga Kwasi work say Obi. Asem we ebeka ni see ebeka ni dey muntin. Yenja na echi ebeka waso. But for him to try and draw everybody in and attempt to draw the party into the competition, I find it most unfortunate.
But would you also say, and you honestly believe in your heart of hearts, there are no party members now flowing from what happened in the presidential primaries, no? Our more menasepoka credi, Honorable Ken probably echo what some members of the party feel. And
I would never say that. There has never been a time in the life of any political party in the world. Party will be any minase. Mami example bako. Take any first world country. Start put the party via Baba. A friend is the NDC or moving elections. They be the Roberts in our faces. Did they go into the elections? All of them agreeing to everything. Didn't you see the default letter that he wrote to withdraw from the presidential primaries of the NDC? Okay, Fonka Games.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, elections 2016. Okay, situation here. Bepemone, the no can say Bepemone, and you afraid that party members in Peniphobia they were suspended or more try some member back to come and run and contest for elections. It's Obi. There has never been a time, never in the life of any political party, not MPP, not NDC, not the Democratic Party, not the Republican Party, not the Labour, not the Conservative. There has never been a time. I am a student of politics, a student of political science. There is never a time in the life of a political party where everybody agrees with everything. Many can say, as I speak to you, say polling station executives as far as or more concerns about choir. Omo fast wa ebi omo lusu omo polling station elections. Obi omo nyina mbra radio so mekata. Omo nyina nko TV so kasa. That is what we are talking about. Until nobody should try and draw the MPP into this. Una wakoye wa dia at the party ndi abo so me no ka say ene. Why are we discussing MPP? When was the last time I wanted to see discussing MPP? Kamia kwakoye to say embe bi a party no be si kwan paso. That is what we are trying to address. This is not an MPP matter. This is a member of the MPP that is running the name of the party into disrepute.
Because our concerns about how as a party for any be and America or you better or you say any day, it's clear say reconciliation no and call ye papa and that's what Kwarteng is calling on party leadership. No,
yeah, you are born saying Obi me cram yaketwa crackwa miracles a sukonoma to send me a party mu me yakra kray Obi, some more concerns or party which I have. Why not many concerns? Some more concerns. Don't you think that I also have concerns with some conduct of other members of the party? I'm feeling some and come for us one but almost about the radios. Obi, me to what is my complaining about MPP radios? But you don't think I have concerns? I also have concerns. That is what I'm telling you. Say there are millions of other party people who all have concerns. The difference between them and this situation is that none of them are on radio and TV threatening the party, blackmailing the party, and drawing the name of the party into disrepute. Okay, that is a fact. And nobody should use issue of for concern. Who said say political party made up of a million people or anybody woman at the same time? But that common goal is what rallies all of us together. That common goal of winning 2028. It is only a party. That's our goal. That doesn't draw you towards the flag of the party there. Then you are the one that needs to be addressed, and not the MPP and reconciliation. What is reconciliation? Reconciliation doesn't mean that the Akameno but me just to say baby during the minja baby Anton Tani. Now still I want to mean do positioner. To make us say minja baby Anton Tani there we have a problem. That is what we want to address. Yeah, to the extent that 6 months after elections, Obia the Nasama Tonchen, who they want to be for the Tonchen, that is a worry. Obi, we cannot pretend about this matter. Yeah, because
ordinary the Tonchen will not just happen in a vacuum. It should be within a particular context. I was saying, I was a casa cost, I was a meetings.
There are systems in the party. Processes in the party. Let me tell you, no leader of the MPP has been as reconciliatory as Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. For blackmailing Bawumia, sir. It's an aspirant or running a contest. So, the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, including even senior members, openly, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia plainly, even at the displeasure of party members. There are some people that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia come party was now where they are. Yempesa obeko we kaso kaseti ya nya utumi nya kukudro kono why not Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ko nifie one of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ko nifie nka say yenje bibi anto nchen nyem pursue the common goal for the elephants including honorable Kennedy Agyapong it dey biem na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ye at what point would this end at what point would we say enough is enough Obi it is not normal for a party member to come on radio and threaten the party and say some way I make good party no. Also is all drawn into the other person. So I just say make good party no, make say party no. You don't do that to a political party. You are threatening the party. Obi, people lay down their lives for this party. And you nipa back home. Yakwa yen kwala obi me say me yakwala kete at least 23 years of my life. I've dedicated it to this party. 23 years. Me so say you. 23 years of my life. I've dedicated it to this party. Obi, call online, call Google, call Facebook, call Twitter. Now, question when you did not tell Nipa, you put Nipa 5 a bio matem or party from the NDC side. But I am not on radio complaining about what I feel. Me personally, I feel say the party should have done and that the party should do. No, it was not about my personal view. It's about the collective agreement of the party. Say the Ebeko. I may disagree, but I have to follow. Even if I have concerns, there are internal mechanisms. Party, it doesn't include blackmailing the party and threatening the party on radio. And it's a question should not come on air to justify this. It is very unfortunate. I am ashamed. I'm embarrassed.
No, but
Kwasi, by what I heard.
I don't think Kwasi justified it, did he? Because what I heard him say,
in some way, you know, that's what happened.
Yes.
So over radio, so now because there are legitimate concerns. We need to do this. There are party people. The party should not brush it aside. You are justifying it. You see, the point is that you have concerns. Everybody does, including even Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who is the flag bearer, including the General Secretary Koduya. Everybody has concerns because as individuals, we have different understanding of issues. But that is why the party has system to aggregate views and take decisions. It is the aggregated views. You take a decision. Now you follow. Same party now. You cannot have justification for it. I don't want our concerns.